So, looks like we got 780 and 661 torque. So nice looking curve there. Pulled it to 6,900 or so. You can see it's laying over a little bit. It's laying over, you know, it's peaking about 60. 65, somewhere in there ish. A little bit of a plateau there, right around 65. But so yeah, just this car was I had this car on the channel before, and we did a little bit of updating on it. We put some forged parts in it, and we're pushing it a little further. He is going to run 91 octane, so we got to give him that option as far as boost goes. That's why we're not going crazy with it. But a little recap on it. So this is and again, it's a stock LS3 block. It's got crank rods, pistons. It's got stock LS3 heads with springs. Basically our stage 1 cam package: springs, push rods, trunnions, and our stage 1 cam. D1SC Procharger, as you can see there. This car has the big. I got these fans crammed right up against there, try to get airflow through the intercooler. It's got the big race sheet metal Procharger intercooler, the big 3-core, the big red blow-off valve that I welded on the front of it, so you can kind of see it through this 6th gen grills. So this car's got a 6th gen front end on it. I can kind of move this thing out of the way. See what's going on here. I know, kind of, you know, cool looking stuff here. So the reason I have those fans up there, really not with the way that this front end is set up. There's not a whole lot of boxing of the radiator and the intercooler. So air, when we're just on the dyno here, and I don't have wind blowing against this, a lot of the air wants to go around the intercooler. Again, because the way that this 6th gen retrofit bumper, there's really no boxing of the front end. There's, you know, you can see the radiator's just kind of, or the intercooler's just kind of hanging out by itself out front. So without airflow covering the whole front of the car, when I'm just trying to blow air at it with fans, a lot of the air just wants to go around the intercooler. So I was seeing kind of some artificially high IATs, so putting the fans right up against it like that helped out quite a bit. So yeah. Again, we're seeing like 13 pounds of boost with it. We're not really pushing it that hard, again, because it's a flex wheel car, and he needs the option where he lives. E85 is around, but it's not everywhere, so he wants the option to be able to put 91 octane in it, and so I really can't push it any further than that. I'll probably set the ship points on it somewhere 65-ish. About 6,500, we're about 12 pounds of boost, and that's for 91 octane. This is a 10-1 or 10-2-1 engine. You really can't push any further than that. There's no reason to lean on it. Now, if he was going to strictly do E85, we'd throw a 3.8 or 3.9, maybe a 4-inch pulley on the blower, and crank on this thing quite a bit harder. But again, because he wants to be able to run both, and it being a Procharger, you know, there is ways to boost control, but we're not going to mess with all that. We're just going to kind of pulley it for the conservative side so he can run 91 on it, and that's why we're not pushing it any further than that. So, but yeah, this car's on air ride. It's got all sorts of other cool stuff going on. It's got this crazy wrap on it. In this video, it's going to look just kind of gray, but when you get it out in the sun, it's like an iridescent rainbow type of wrap. It's pretty cool. So. And this Procharger kit, I did a little bit of customization with it. I made this pipe, put the mass airflow sensor, I put a screen, a straightening, basically it's like a honeycomb mesh looking thing inside here to help straighten the air coming across the MAF. That helps a lot with getting a clean MAF signal. You know, instead of doing a speed density tune, because he does have to pass emissions, speed density tunes on this car would not pass emissions. I have to have a MAF fail code to have it default into speed density, and that would show up on an OBD2 plug-in emissions test. So we're doing a MAF tune on it, and it's working really nice. It's got our 2-inch headers on it. You can hear in the video I had the cutouts open a little bit just for added effect. It's got a Corsa 2.5-inch system on it. I think we'd probably pick up a little bit more power with a full 3-inch system on this car, but he wants the cutouts. He likes the way the Corsa sounds. So yeah. Fast intake, obviously. Nick Williams 90 millimeter. sorry, 92 millimeter. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to think out loud here what else we got going on in this car because we've done a lot of work to it. But yeah, again, you know, bottom end, the heads are not ported on this car. It just has our spring package, spring push rods, trunnions, like I said. So before again, I got to finish tuning on this thing. Idle's not perfect yet. Just so you can hear the cam. Nice little chop to it. Not so crazy. Idles it. I think I got an idle in, you know, about 780 or so. So yeah, that'll pretty much do it for this car. And this is going to get shipped out of state out east, so we can take it out there and have some fun with it. So take one more look at that graph. It's a nice looking curve, pretty typical Procharger graph where we got, you know, peak torque is coming in pretty late. Boost pretty much ramps up from, you know, we're down here, we're 4 pounds, and we're hitting, like I said, we're hitting just barely hitting 13 pounds up in here. I should say at the very top, we're hitting 13 pounds. But again, I'm not going to pulley it any further. We definitely could pulley it further and take the D1SC to the max, but because he wants to go around 91 octane, can't do that. So yeah, I'm happy with that graph, happy with the way this is going to perform. So that'll do it for this car. And we're going to keep plugging away at the shop here and see if we can get some more stuff done, get some more cars in the dyno, and get some more videos out. So until then, talk to you later, guys.